a Spartan world, ordinary babies would be out of business. The baby with the 8-pack was named Jack. Jack has been learning to fight since he was a kid. He punched his grandmother's dentures out. Growing up, he was marooned in the wilderness to learn the art of survival. One day, Jack got so hungry he couldn't stand it. He picked up a hot dog off the ground and ate it. He spit it out because it had no mayonnaise. Jack found a penguin. The penguin jumped on Jack. Jack managed to get up. The penguin flew at Jack again. He's too fat to get out of the crevice. Jack finds a wild weapon and manages to kill the penguin. When he returned home wearing a penguin skin, the villagers made him king. That day, Jack was teaching his son that a warrior must first learn to take a beating. Then Jack used a series of moves on his son: chainsaw, a bench, tall cans, and finally, an air rifle. Then a messenger from an enemy country arrived. They wanted a Spartan boy to work in their black-hearted factory. Jack disagreed and kicked him right into a black hole. He pushes the pumping switch next to him. The next day, he rallied an army to fight the enemy. The requirement was 300 men, and they had to be strong. But there were only 10. There was a fat man in the crowd. Jack ordered the men to paint him with muscles. Then, hand in hand, they set off. Finally, they arrived at the hot springs pass service area. Fatty's takeout arrived just in time. The Persians approached. Fatty was the first to spot them. He grabbed his weapon and leapt into the wall. In order to save face, they were ready to dance with each other. The Persians were not afraid to compete with them. The judges gave them a perfect score of 10. The first battle was an easy victory. They weren't happy for long. Xerxes, the Persian king, arrived with his million-strong army. He ordered 2 of his men to come out with a green screen. At a closer look, there were thousands of soldiers inside. The Spartan warriors were terrified. The queen, who remained in the village, used her popularity to call on the villages old and sick to support the warriors on the front. Lines. But a traitor appeared and tried to stop her. The queen was so angry that she turned into Spider-Man. The queen's fist pierced the traitor. I didn't realize he was a Sandman. No matter how hard she hit him, he couldn't do any damage. The queen took out her vacuum cleaner. The Sandman was quickly eliminated. At that moment, Jack and his men were fighting each other. The Persian army called the Ghost Rider. The Spartan warriors used fire extinguishers to kill the Ghost Rider. Jack saw that his team had suffered heavy losses. He immediately turned on game mode. He grabbed a car and danced to a song. Grabbed a Persian soldier's submachine gun, fired directly at the Persian army. Xerxes turned to run away, suddenly tripped and fell. When he looked closely, it was the Transformer's cube of fire. He grabbed it and climbed onto a car and turned into an Autobot. The screen on his chest was still playing the YouTube video. He was about to crush all the Spartans, but then he realized there was a wire pulling on him. When I looked back, I had accidentally dropped the plug. The next moment, Xerxes lost power and fell on top of the Spartan warrior, and the two kingdoms were wiped out.